We've got a massive legal development, and Sparkle Suknanen is shook. That's right, Sparkle Sooks is, she's very distraught because a judge has just told the 4 states involved in a case revolving the SAVE database, that's right, getting rid of illegal aliens on our voter rolls, well, just ignore her. And the really alarming development in all of this for Sparkle is that she's on the threshold of being impeached. That's right. So we've got this whole story for you, and please like, share, and comment at the Becker Brief. We really appreciate you supporting us and being a part of our community here. And so we're going to go through this story really quickly, and it's a federal judge in Florida who ordered the DHS to restore 4 Republican states access to the SAVE database, and that would remove illegal aliens from the voter rolls. Now, there's some important developments that involve this case. The ruling effectively tells DHS and the states to ignore Sparkle Suknanen, who is a foreign-born judge who just recently blocked the Trump administration from using Social Security database to verify voter eligibility. So this ruling allows Florida, Indiana, Iowa, and Ohio to again use enhanced SAVE database features. And so this judge, his name is T. Kent Wetherall, said, ignore Sparkle. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And these states and DHS and the Social Security Administration, they can work together to get the illegals off the voter rolls, and just shows once again that these foreign board judges, they are a national security threat. And so Representative Nancy Mace just pointed out that in addition to the articles of impeachment that are facing Sparkle Suknanen, and that was filed by Representative Abe Hamada, Mace said that they're going to introduce legislation to make sure that judges cannot be foreign-born. Wow. Talk about stepping up your game. Let's hope some of this legislation actually gets through. And if we put the stamp of imprimatur on the midterm elections for the Republican Party, let's hope we get some of this through, especially if the Senate expands their lead, which I hope happens. So if you hold power in the United States, it should be unquestioned that your loyalty is to the United States. So this comes amid the Department of Justice telling at least 10 states that top election officials can be prosecuted if they allow non-citizens to vote in the 2026 midterms. So Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon, she runs the Civil Rights Division over there. She's on the warpath, and she said that any election officer who knowingly retains non-citizens on the voter rolls who cast ballots in the federal elections could be facing criminal liability, and she's demanding answers within 5 days.
So you've asked all 50 states to look at the voter rolls, and I think it's a worthy endeavor. No one wants illegal immigrants voting. Everyone wants, dead people off the rolls. Some states have worked with you, other states have not. Can you tell me about that effort and where it stands today?
Sure. We've gotten voluntary compliance or settlements with about a third of the states, and we've run about 60 million plus records. And in that regard, we've already found 350,000 dead people on the voter rolls, and those are in the states that are voluntarily complying with us. And we've referred about 25,000 people with no citizenship records in those states.
And so these states have to comply with federal law. So the Trump DOJ is surging their voter fraud operation ahead of the midterm elections, and Dillon reported that after investigations, they found 25,000 non-citizens on the roll and 350,000 dead people. And she is particularly focused on the state of Michigan. And she said in past administrations, the Justice Department monitored elections to protect election integrity. And the Civil Rights Division is sending monitors to 15 jurisdictions to ensure voter confidence. And this comes amid a lot of DOJ lawsuits filed. 30 states in D.C. at one point, and the voluntary compliance so far is just 12 states. And that should be chilling to every American out there. Why are they hiding non-citizens, illegal aliens on the voter rolls? And the icing on the cake? Well, a non-citizen was just charged with illegally voting in U.S. federal elections. That's a New York Post story. A lawful permanent resident from Australia was arrested after she allegedly illegally voted in federal elections in Louisiana. Her name was Denise Natalie Migliore, a 51-year-old. She was charged in a 4-count indictment. And this is just a taste. This is the tip of the iceberg, and we deserve to have free, fair, and legitimate elections where we're not disenfranchised by dirty voter rolls and illegal aliens. And they may not even be voting personally themselves. People could be voting in their name because of ballot harvesting, and we've got a report coming up on that, so we hope you stay tuned. So thank you very much for watching the Becker Brief. Please like, share, subscribe to belong to our political community. Comment. We always appreciate your reasonable and intelligent commentary on what's going on. If you have anything to add to the story, it's always welcome. So thank you very much for watching us at the Becker Brief.